They said I tried to bleach my skin. They made everything to turn the public against me. This was all complete conspiracy. You have to know that. I know my race. I just look in the mirror. I know I'm black. I'm a black American. I'm proud to be a black American. I am proud of my race. I am proud of who I am. I have a lot of pride in who I am and dignity. I want to set the record straight. If people hear a lie long enough, people believe it. That people have lied on me. I'm a black American and I'm proud of it. And I'm honored of it. The bleach skin rumor, which is a rumor, I don't bleach my skin.
Okay, Michael, then let's go to the thing that is most discussed about you, I think, is the fact that the color of your skin is obviously different than it was when you were younger.
Yes.
And so I think it has caused a great deal of speculation and controversy as to what you have done or are doing. Are you bleaching your skin? And is your skin lighter because you don't like being black?
Okay, number one, as I know of, there is no such thing as skin bleaching. I have never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to have those products growing up. I used to hear, always use bleach and glow, but you'd have to have about 300,000 gallons.
Okay, number one, this is the situation. I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help. Okay, but when people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me.
So it is.
It's a problem for me, okay? I can't control it, okay? But what about all the millions of people? Let's reverse it.
Okay.
What about all the millions of people who sit out in the sun to become darker, to become other than what they are? Nobody says nothing about that.
So when did this start? When did the color of your skin start to change?
Oh boy, sometime after Thriller, around Off the Wall Thriller.
And what did you think? I mean,
it's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad. I don't want to go into my medical history because that's something that's private, but that's the situation here. So please, when people see something like that...
I just want to get this straight. Yeah. You are not taking anything to change the color of your skin?
Oh, God, no.
You did not purposely...
We're trying to control it, and using makeup evens it out because it makes blotches on the skin, and I have to even out my skin. But you know what's funny? Why is that so important? You know, that's not important to me. I'm a great fan of art. I love Michelangelo. If I had a chance to talk to him or read about him, I would want to know about what inspired him to become who he is, the anatomy of his craftsmanship, not about who he went out with last night or why he decided to sit out in the sun so long. What's wrong with, I mean, that's what's important to me.
They were supposedly looking for any discoloration, spotting, blotches, or other evidence of a skin color disorder called vitiligo, which I have previously spoken about. The warrant also directed me to cooperate in any examination of my body by their physician to determine the condition of my skin, including whether I have vitiligo or any other skin disorder.
I want to ask you both about something because it was the second most asked question by people on the street. And I know it's a sensitive issue for you, and you talked with Oprah about it. But somehow people still are not, they don't feel they've heard everything about the whiteness of your skin, and that it's not somehow a choice on your part, along with the makeup, to be, is it to be neither black or white, neither to look completely male, to be in the androgynous zone? I think they want to know, it is a decision on your part some way, the way you look. Where does it come from?
I think it creates itself, nature.
He's an artist. He has every right, and he is constantly remodifying something or changing it or reconstructing it or, you know, working on some imperfection that he thinks needs to be worked on. If he sees something he doesn't like, he changes it. Period. He re-sculpted himself. He's an artist.
I might want to put a red dot right there one day. But 2 eyes right here.
Do you wish you were the color you were again?
Do I wish I was the color? You have to ask nature that. I love black. I love.
Do you wish you were that way?
I envy her because she can tan and I can't.
What do you think of your brother and his transition over the years?
You know, I really don't talk about my brother really anymore. That's a decision I made for myself.
Good for you. When you heard he was going to have a baby, were you happy about that?
I was very happy, and here we are talking about my brother.
Okay, come on. that I won't bring it up again. Janet's feeling real good about herself.
It's just a ton of bricks that were just lifted off my shoulders after he did the Oprah interview. I was really happy, very proud of him. I felt that the public got a chance to see that he's human. He's not crazy. A lot of people were saying that he was gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, because I have a lot of gay friends, but that he's not. That he isn't trying to be something that he's not. He's not trying to deny his race, and that he's proud of who he is and what he stands for, and about his disease. What makes it so difficult for me is I'm the one in the family that does, I think probably, if not the only one, but does the majority of the interviews, does the most interviews, I should say. So I'm the one that gets kind of bombarded with all the questions about the family.
The constant surgery that seems to be going on, the changing his skin color, that kind of stuff.
I don't like when people say that, the changing of the skin color. Well, no, because he truly has a vitiligo, and it's actually in my family. Okay. He's not the only person in my family who actually has it.
But he seemed to me like he's a man who needs help. I'll be honest with you. There seem to be signs there that you would have to be pretty far removed from reality yourself not to see those signs here, that he's a human being who needs help.
You know, I wish he would allow people to really get to know him the way that his family knows him. And he is the warmest, most down-to-earth person, the silliest person, loves to have a great deal of fun, and he's just truly like everyone else. And I think it's more of the media that has made him out to be something that he really isn't.
But it would be Michael Jackson's changing face that would attract the most attention. Did you feel your son overindulged in plastic surgery?
No, it has not. I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better. Just that though, not the whole face, just the nose. They try to say, why do you keep changing it? It's not true. It's just the nose, you know.
People might say he had overindulged in plastic surgery, but they don't know what went on before. Michael had a disease also, and the color of his skin was changing. Vitiligo.
Were you worried he was having too much, though, facial reconstruction?
I don't know why people said he had too much. He did change, but not that much. He had his nose done, and that really changed, because that's the center of your face, and that'll change your looks.
Plastic surgery wasn't invented for Michael Jackson.
Honestly.
The rumor, they said I was putting on cream to make myself lighter. That's not true. I have vitiligo.
You have a condition.
Mm-hmm. So as he continued to have other operations and changed the way he looked, did you feel like you could say something to him about that?
When you said he had other operations on his nose, but any other thing he didn't, except when his vitiligo that he had.
Ele sofreu uma grande injustiça porque eu, para a pesquisa do meu livro, eu estava lendo sobre autópsias e foi publicada a autópsia do Michael Jackson. E é o seguinte, ele sofria de vitiligo.
Mesmo?
Mesmo. Não é que ele passou um creme para ficar mais
Não,
claro.
não, ele sofria.
E
o tratamento
rosto, barriga e braço.
era tão profundo, porque o vitiligo é uma doença autoimune, né? Então as células começam a se atacar o próprio organismo. Ele tinha um vitiligo tão grande que a opção foi clarear o resto. Porque, por exemplo, quando você tem um vitiligo pequeno, você tenta tratar aquela mancha para voltar. Exatamente, para voltar no tom da pele. O dele era tão profundo que era mais fácil clarear o resto.
Coitado.
Isso realmente.
Sabe, realmente é lamentável.
The Jackson claims has afflicted him for more than 20 years. This disfiguring skin disease affects nearly 2% of the world's population and strips all pigmentation from the skin. The result is not just pale, but porcelain white.
The beginnings of the vitiligo started happening relatively early. You know, he even was trying to hide it from me. He tried to hide it for quite a while. You know, we'd always try to cover with makeup and even out his skin tone and everything until it just got so extensive. I mean, it's all over his body. We were always trying to hide it and cover it for the longest time until he just had to tell Oprah and tell the world, listen, I'm not trying to be white. I have a skin disease.
The loss of pigment exposes vitiligo sufferers to great risk of skin cancer, requiring constant shade from the sun and thick makeup or sunblock to lessen the exposure.
You know, in the beginning, I tried to cover the light spots to the darkest part of his skin, but then it became so expensive that we had to go with the lighter part of his skin because his whole body was reacting. He'd have to be in complete, full body makeup every inch of his body. You know, so it was easier to make the transition to him being to the lighter shade that he is.
This is exactly why we call Michael Jackson the king of pop. If it wasn't for Michael Jackson, I would never have ever performed. He's made such an impact on my life and every performer's life. Michael Jackson, I love you. We all love you. I want you to give it up for the king of pop, Michael, 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 Michael Jackson. Congratulations. Diamond Award.
I love you. I love all the fans from the bottom of my heart.